Thank you for helping us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. So, 21 years in the making, this dream. What's it like to finally get to this point and now COVID-19? That's got to be
Right.
unreal.
Yeah.
What a kick in the teeth. How you dealing with
It's crazy. Like I said, you've been working so hard to, finally make it past this milestone, reach your ultimate dream, of making it to the NBA. And it's just like everything is put on pause. Like all of a sudden, the whole world kind of just stops. And it's tough adjusting to it, just, trying to figure out, okay, that's still my goal. That's still what I want to accomplish. So I got to figure out a way to keep working, keep grinding, even though you don't really know like your timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't really know what date you're working for or what you're working toward.
You look like you're dressed for an interview. You've been doing interviews today?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing interviews every day, with different teams and stuff. Just guys trying to get to know me, getting to know who I am.
What kind of things do they want to know? I can't imagine what that interview process is like.
It's more like it's just like a job interview, really. If you're gonna hire somebody, they are paying me, so they gotta hire me for the
Right.
job. They gotta know what type of person you are, how'd you grow up. They ask you things that kind of question your thought process and where you are mentally and how do you look and view things and things like that. Just kind of know who you are as much as they can.
So I don't know what it was last weekend or the weekend before, but I read that collective bargaining agreement for the CBA, for the NBA Players Association. Things like 700 pages. I mean, I didn't get through it. I don't know if you read any of it, but that is one. And I suppose it makes sense because it's, 3 or 4 decades in the making, because it was back in the 80s when they started developing sophisticated agreements like that.
So they just keep adding up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a little bit too much reading for me. That's not really my thing.
Well, I can tell you from what I could glean from it is it's a lot of legalese, but it's a lot of the union trying to protect the players.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the NBA. Protecting the players and things like that.
Yeah. So, what are you doing with your time?
I mean, really, wake up, condition, do some things like that, stay in shape, go to the gym, work out. And then after that, the day is kind of free. You just got to put it together, play some video games, watch some TV, watch some documentaries, things like that.
What's your favorite documentary so far?
I just rewatched the Bad Boys documentary. So that was the 30 for 30 on the Bad Boys. That was sweet. I want to watch. I'm trying to find something like some Greek mythology stuff. For some reason, that kind of popped to my head that I want to watch. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm interested in that type of stuff. So I want to figure out something I can watch and learn some more about it.
Yeah, man. The Odyssey is a great story for someone going through what you're going through with, the NBA.
Yeah, we actually read that. What was that? In high school. Yeah, I did read that. We definitely read the Odyssey.
That reminds me. Congratulations on the UDM Hall of Fame, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you did.
I guess there isn't going to be a ceremony probably anytime soon, huh?
Yeah, no, probably not. Postpone it, but eventually it will be.
So Morgan, she actually got in the pool today. It's not heated, but she jumped in the pool, but she said, "Don't let Cassius go until I can come ask him a couple of questions." So she's got a couple of
for sure.
her balls for you. My burning question was, in all 4 years, what was the funniest thing that you could actually hear coming from the stands, either before or during a game or at a timeout?
From the stands.
Yeah. What was the one thing where you said, okay, that was pretty good?
Man. Oh, that's a good question.
Because I know you can hear people
definitely
at some level.
Why can't I blank it right now? Because I remember it was at Ohio State. Because Ohio State, like the fans, like right on
there.
top.
Yeah.
what did they say? I can't remember who they were talking to. I can't remember. I don't know why I'm blanking on like who they were talking to or something like that. But it was so funny. It had me marking the game. Like it was just like you just look at it and be like, oh, they really got you on that one. Like that's a good
one. Morgan is here with her question.
I don't have.
What's up, Morgan?
But
You don't.
How you been?
I thought you had all day to think of a question. You don't have a question for Cash? I know the question you want to ask, and you're not allowed to ask that question. It has to do with Aaron.
Oh, really?
Aaron's off limits.
She's off limits. No questions on Aaron.
No questions on Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Did Aaron tell him?
Yes.
Aaron
Yes.
put herself off
Yes. She said, any questions about me, and there will be
or
recruitment.
else.
Yes.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Hey, Morgan, how you doing?
good.
Good. You lost your mind yet?
I can't hear it.
Oh, she needs the headphones.
Have you lost your mind yet?
Yes.
Yes. Going crazy in quarantine?
Yes.
Oh, man. What you do with your time?
Because we're recording it for SoundCloud.
Well, nothing really.
Nothing really?
No.
That's tough.
But
You've actually been pretty diligent with school. I
Well-
can't fault you on
well, yeah, school, but
Nothing fun, though, huh? Nah, I feel it. That's good, though. You know what I mean? Try your best to keep your head on straight, I guess, not lose your mind.
yeah.
It's a crazy time.
You got a question?
What?
You got a question?
Nah.
What about the question you and I kind of talked about? The funniest thing Gabe Brown ever said.
Hey, bro, it's
How about that one?
What?
I don't know
Funniest
what he's
thing
saying,
Gabe
boy, like,
Brown ever said.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Gabe.
I know, but
The funniest thing he ever said. That's, repeatable.
okay.
So ask it. This is your chance to do the interview.
Okay. Wait, so the question is what?
Just say,
Not that complicated, Morgan. It's really not that complicated.
Okay. What's the funniest thing Gabe Brown ever said?
yes.
Okay.
That's the question.
Yes.
Sure?
All right. Funniest thing Gabe Brown ever said. I think it's more about what Gabe Brown does. Something's wrong with Gabe Brown. He's losing some brain cells. He would just randomly, like, we were walking, say we were walking to class, he would randomly start just bust out dancing in the middle of the street. And just like Gabe, what are you doing? I'm dancing. What you mean? I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you?
Hey, my notes. So are you going to miss his?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him.
I'm going to say no. I wouldn't miss him if I were you. Getting yelled at like that all the time?
Say what?
Getting yelled at like that all the time?
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that part. But the environment, the culture, just the team, him being a part of it, I'm gonna miss all that for sure.
Yeah. I know that East Lansing is going to miss you a lot. What's your favorite little spot or thing about East Lansing that you think you're going to miss? And it's also okay to say nothing.
No, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it for sure. I'm mad. I just learned about the little Mexican spot on Frandor so late. Was it Acapulco or something like that? At Frandor. I learned about that on the back end, so I'm a little mad that I didn't get all my usage out of the restaurant.
Yep, that was a good spot. Yeah, I mean, the pandemic is going to change a lot of things, and I just hope that businesses can hang in there and survive. It's really a day-to-day, almost hour-to-hour thing. Can I make a roll? Can I open up my doors whenever the day is going to be? How do you follow the news? Do you get up and turn on the radio, the TV? Do you just read it online? What do you do?
No, I mean, Twitter is my main source of the outside world for real. just different cases and things like that. And then I got my parents, you know, they kind of stay up to date, so they drop in. We're probably not listening for the most part, but we get little glimpses of it.
What you mean you're not listening?
You gotta know when the NBA is gonna open back up to let people in.
Yeah, facilities are starting to open up. That's what they say, at least. Like that's the goal. So we shall see.
Yeah, I've been following that pretty carefully because you know, I just kind of want to know how it's gonna unfold, especially for you and the other guys who are looking at getting drafted. It's just so weird that it's, and how are you going to do it where some cities you can open up the arena, but other cities you can't? So that means, okay, the guys on the Bulls can't go work out, but the guys on the Spurs can. I mean,
right, yeah. Like I said, it's so many unknowns. There's so many, like it's day by day. You know, that's the crazy part. Like you're really going day by day. So today might be a rule, and tomorrow they might change it completely, just because nobody really has any structure, any actual plan on what's going to happen.
does that stress you out a little bit more?
Maybe not stress you out, but it's just kind of like you wonder for sure, because you just don't know what you're working for. Like, okay, season starts on this date. You know what I'm saying? So all my work, all my time, all the things I'm gonna do, they're going to work towards the start of the season. So when the start of the season comes, I'm gonna be fully prepared. Now it's like, okay, you want to be ready to work out for these teams, but if it doesn't happen for a couple months, you don't want to burn out working out right now, and then when it opens up, now you're working out and you didn't use everything you had getting ready for a date that you thought was gonna happen and didn't happen. So it's kind of just, you gotta pace yourself, but you also gotta, because if it open up right now, you gotta be ready. Like you can't not be ready for the workout, because they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't care that you're on quarantine. You know, you just got to be prepared. So it's a fine, like a little balance to find between those two.
Well, remember I told you all my running routes around campus. I'm sure you've probably been getting some runs in, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to, not no runs. I don't know about runs, but I definitely been trying to stay in shape. Get on the bike, court, things like that. Just staying in shape.
Are you able to, because at your apartment complex, do you have a separate workout facility that you can use, or is that closed too?
That's closed. Anything open is kind of closed, so the weight room and thing. But I'm able to get in the Breslin Center, so I'm able to still work out basketball-wise, things like that. I got a assault bike, so I'm able to kind of get some things in and continue to work on my body.
Right. It's probably going to be a big difference maker for you that you're able to do that.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't have gym, like don't have anything. Like all they got is at home and things like that. So it can hurt a lot of people.
Yeah. Do you get like a virtual workout from somebody, or is it just you come up with your own? Today I'm going to do 25 reps of, shoulder.
No, yeah, I get a workout. So they send me stuff to do, like a structured workout I can kind of follow. I go with my brother, so I got somebody there with me to kind of guide me through stuff, help me out.
Push you?
Yeah.
So are you able to talk to any of the guys like, I don't know, Bryn or Denzel about, what the NBA's been like for them and that whole experience?
Yeah, definitely. I make sure, I think I just talked to Zell recently. Zell, Miles, pretty close to Miles and Jaren, I know those guys.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so, they talk to me about, the NBA, how talented people are there, just the adjustments, things you got to do with your body, mentality, like all those things kind of come into factor because you're playing with the best of the best, and you got to kind of bring it every night. So.
Yeah, how can I forget about Miles and Jaren? They're having a good year.
Yeah, and those guys that kind of came off initially and are having good years from the jump, so they kind of know, just playing your role, working on your game, going out there being confident, all those type of things.
How about, I remember when it was after your freshman year that you worked at the law firm for a minute, and I remember there was so little that you knew about Spartan history and guys who came before you.
Yeah.
Anybody who kind of surprised you, who's reached out to you to say, hey, how you doing? And what can I do to help you out or talk to you?
I mean, this year was kind of crazy because, just all type of people reached out to me. Like I say, from my junior year on, like it just kind of hit the scene really fast, and it kind of took off kind of quickly. So like, Draymond reached back. Talked to Mo P. Who else I talked to? Who was that? Sean Reshford. Like all it's all type of guys are just like, Spartan greats, Spartan legends. I was able to kind of talk to, just pick their brains a little bit.
Sean Reshford, who was the fire from the Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I remember that. I heard stories about that.
Because I kind of see you as maybe a little bit of Eric Snow in your future. Remember Eric Snow?
Yeah, I do.
Ice, Fire and Ice?
I remember that. I remember those stories.
He had, 15 years in the league?
Mm-hmm. He had a long career. I remember him playing with Allen Iverson.
Yeah. Okay, favorite win. Maybe a game that we weren't supposed to win that we won.
Game that we weren't supposed to win that we won. The one that comes to mind was that my sophomore year at Northwestern? It's not supposed to.
Down by
29. Down 20 on the road, right? That game?
Yeah. It was not supposed to win that game. Came into the locker room. It was like, all right, let's try to cut it to 20. Like, all right, let's cut it to 20, and then we'll go from there. Got on the court, and I think it took us a while to even get it to 20. Like, it was just like the game did not look like it was going to really turn into our favor. Came into the locker room. Coach didn't even cuss at us. Like, came into the locker room, put his head down.
He wanted to cry.
What do you want me to do?
Well, this interview is about you, not about me, but I can tell you, I remember that game because I was at Crystal Mountain. We were supposed to go skiing for the weekend, and I was so sick, and I just went inside and said, I'm just going to watch our game. And I remember thinking, we're not going to, man, I know we got it in us. I know we can do it. Now, come on, Cash. We cut it to 15, and there were still at least 10 minutes to play.
Yeah.
And started to get just a little bit of momentum, and I said, all right, if we cut it to 10, I'm going to drink a beer. And I think you hit that shot, and I immediately started feeling better, and I went out skiing at night. I was so happy.
It was crazy. It was a good win, and you kind of like you saw us chipping, and you kind of saw the momentum kind of build slowly, and to the point you're like, oh, like we gonna win. Like we got a chance. Like we actually can make something happen.
And you don't know this, but people were on that ski hill at Crystal Mountain in Thompsonville, Michigan. There was go green, go white. After we pulled that game out, people were just going,
really?
Yeah, it was a little Sparty party.
That's crazy. It was a crazy game.
Little Spartan party.
Sparty party. So where do you want to end up, man?
You said what?
Where do you think you want to end up in the league?
Like what team?
Yeah. Do you care?
I'll play for whoever want to pay me. Whoever wants to pay me. I want to go to a winning team, of course. That's just because that's what I know. What I'm accustomed to. So I want to go to a winning team. But I'm also not against building a winning team either. So wherever I can kind of land, can kind of stick. I'll be happy to be there.
Right. I don't think, and maybe they're going to start to get to learn about this during the interviews, but a kid so smart, I think you've got so much to offer, and I'm sure that whatever happens, you're going to be successful at it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So, all right, I'm not going to let you go without finding out this. What was your favorite Nichols Law Firm moment?
Let me see. My favorite Nichols Law Firm moment had to be when I was riding home with Wendi, and she asked me was I any good at basketball.
She had to ask you if you were on the team.
Yeah, she had to ask me. First of all, she asked, did I play basketball? And then she asked me, was I any good? I told her I was decent. Next thing you know, I'm starting on the number one team in the country. That's all we hear, so.
Yeah. Oh, she loves telling that story. She'll say, yeah, I guess he was decent. A little bit better than decent.
A little bit, just a little bit.
So before I let you go, let me just tell you, I want to be there when they hang your number in the rafters. I know they're going to do it. They better do
that. For sure. I'll make sure we can make that happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know if you need anything down the road, and good luck with the interviews. Right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate everything.
And remember, all glory is
bleeding.
There you go.
No, it is. Got it.
All right. Thanks, Cash. Thanks, Wendi.
Have a good day, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, have a
All
good
right.
one.
See you, man.
Tell everybody I said hey. Tell everybody I said hey.
All right, we'll do. Bye.
Yeah, see you.